This is episode 134 of 3 True Outcomes podcast. In this episode, we go over the broad topics of Josh Hader to the Astros. We talk about should Alex Rodriguez be in the Hall of Fame, the controversial debate. What else did we talk about? We went through some trivia questions. Does Isaac know MLB divisions? We are a baseball podcast.
Who does Jack Swinsky play for?
Has there ever been a team named the Cincinnati Cardinals? We talk about it all in this episode. I hope you guys enjoy. Booyakasha. That's great.
So, Ollie, why are you not wearing any pants? I just want to, open up for the viewers. Why are you not wearing any pants? Is there a reason? Are you uncomfortable? Did you pee your pants, poo your pants? There's a lot of possibilities here. So just take me through the process of not wearing pants to a podcast episode.
Honestly, I was at the gym for like 2.5 hours today, going so hard. It was a big old leg day. Honestly, by the end of the day, my legs had gotten so swole, my pants just didn't fit. I had to take them off. That's just how big I'm getting. And as the biggest member of the Bleacher Boys podcast, I feel like it is my duty not only to represent us as just an exemplar of physical form, but also to keep you guys honest about your workout schedules, your time in the gym. I know Ken's been lacking a bit lately. And as much as we're about baseball, we're also about being yoked.
I'm not gonna lie, Ken. Did we think he's telling the truth about going to the gym? Because out of all three of us, I would honestly think of Ollie as the twig type. So just
me and Isaac actually met up last weekend for a nice little day ski trip, and we
That's right.
Workout talk, gym talk, kind of got in there for I'd say like a 2.3% of the time we were there, and.
Well, it sounds like you got some gym talk and workout talk,
well,
but not a lot of gym or workout.
Let him get to his point, Ollie.
My point is that the three of us here sitting here now on a January 24th of 2024, I would rank Ollie last in time in terms of hours in the gym per week. I know Isaac tries to go. Like me and Isaac were talking about how there's like so little time to go to the gym now because of our work schedule and whatnot, but we try to go at least, the consensus was 3 to 4 times a week. And Ollie
just can't go when he's being a rock star. That's the only time he can't go. Between the hours of 8 o'clock to 1 a.m., when he's being a rock star, he can't go to the gym. So that leaves a pretty wide pool of time to go to the gym. Us, working adults, yeah, don't worry about it. Us working adults, it's hard to get time. Like, if I want to go to the gym, I'm too tired after work. I get out of work at 5:30, and by the time I'm home, it's like 6:30, and all I want to do is eat and go to sleep or podcast. But so I have to go before work, and the 5 a.m. wake up is just tough. It's really tough.
It's true. What I'm hearing a lot of right now from you guys, and I'm taking your points to heart, what I'm hearing are a lot of excuses. I'm hearing a lot of, there's not enough X. Oh, I can't do Y. Oh, I can't.
No, there's only one variable. It's time, and it's X.
Do you think that Arnold Schwarzenegger makes excuses? Do you think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson makes excuses?
Listen, just let us motivate you. You don't have to go on the defense here. Just let us motivate you into being like, okay, I'm going to actually stop faking it. I'm going to actually go into the gym, Like,
bro, I will come over there right now and motivate the hell out of you, bro.
Oh, wow.
Dude,
say the word, you want
to
throw 90... By the way, we may have a series, not a
serious series.
I'm going to talk about this. A joking series where Ollie might try to throw 90, and we're going to have montages of him, testing out the baseball, seeing that 56 on the dot, and then working out at the gym, and then trying to get it up to 57, and months and months of work and stuff later. And so then we could actually see the work, and maybe he'd actually throw 90. But Ollie, do you realistically think that you could throw 90 miles an hour with your body type?
Look, I haven't worked hard on it for a while, of course. Okay. I did just touch 70 out in California 2 weeks ago.
70 pounds? You hit 70 pounds?
Hey, let's give a round of applause.
Very good.
Congratulations for Oliver Catran there. That's
pounds.
Big stuff. Next up, 100.
It was 70 from a mound with the sinker to the plate, which I was pretty proud of. That was my peak.
I don't think people get the joke of Ollie saying he throws sinkers at 90. Do people know what Ollie looks like? Do people know what he throws like? I don't know.
You know what?
They've seen me.
Stand up and give a little swirl around for the viewers so they know what they're working with.
I told you, I'm not wearing pants. I can't.
And we're back to the pants. Okay. Hey, guys. So I don't know what we have going on in this episode, but I don't know. I guess we're going to talk a little bit of baseball, a little bit of Ollie's Pants, a little bit of gym talk. First, I want to start with the big news, I guess, kind of in a slow, part of the MLB year. But Josh Hader does sign with the Trash Does, so that kind of sucks for everyone else because, they just got a whole lot better. And now it seems like they have 2 top closers. So, yeah, kind of sucks for everyone in the AL because I think this kind of, puts them at the top of the bullpen game in the MLB. I mean, Abreu now, Presley, and Hader, like that is a dangerous 1-2-3.
Well, I know what Ken's going to say about this, and I'm going to say the same thing. And that's that bullpens and relievers are notoriously fickle and unpredictable, and it is folly to try to build your team around a strong bullpen. That being said, a bullpen can be a game changer, can turn a good team into an elite dominant team. That happened with Baltimore last season, but I am not frightened. I am not frightened of the Astros bullpen. No matter how dominant it looked last year, no matter how many weapons they appear to have, these relievers are inconsistent. Look at Rafael Montero, who fell off a cliff after his 2022 season. Same thing with Jose Urquidy, Ryan Stanek.
But Jose
it's hard to get
is a starter, no? What do you?
He pitches out of the bullpen as well.
Right, but I think they have.
He pitched like.
I think they have him slotted in at the 5th starter right now, right?
Well, I can give you other examples too.
No, I know.
Of guys who have fallen off.
Yeah. I don't know.
The point is, not that frightening. Hader's had some terrible stretches in his career. He's had some stretches where he just forgot how to throw strikes and where he gave up, 4 or 5 runs a night. So as intimidating as it is, it's not going to turn the Astros back into the terror of the American League again.
Yeah, so let me just say that this move is more surprising than terrifying. It's the Astros spending money, big money in free agency that surprised me. I mean, $95 million for a reliever is not something the Astros haven't spent that much money in free agency ever. Like, their biggest contracts are re-signing their own guys. They're known for letting their own guys go. It surprised me that Correa, Cole, Springer, the list goes on. And next year, they have a lot of free agents up in their own team. Tucker is in a couple years. Valdez is in a couple years. Altuve's deal's up after this year. Like, there's a lot of moves Bregman's up after this year. Yeah, so there's a lot of moves that they have to make and a lot of money that they're going to have to dish out if they want to keep this core intact. And Jim Crane hasn't been a guy that's been afraid of making changes. But it's at the same time, it still felt like the Astros because, I don't know, maybe because Altuve's still there, maybe because it's a Bregman, but their core guys have stayed intact. And it'll be interesting to see if they have enough money to retain all these guys on top of signing a guy like Hader as a luxury $95 million move. Side note, this is like the second biggest reliever to sign this year because you guys might have forgot Chapman to the Pirates. But that's the talk for another time.
Yeah, if I was a betting man, which I am currently an owner of $70 in FanDuel, so, not a flex, just a fact. I did do very well in the last couple weekends, so thank you. If I was a betting man, I'd say they probably would re-sign one of Altuve, Bregman, and then they're gonna have to pay Tucker, right? Like, they have to pay Tucker. Did they already pay Jordan? I forgot. What's the story with Jordan?
I think he's in like 3 or 4 years.
Okay, so they're gonna have to pay Jordan and Tucker, and I think they're gonna. I think Altuve's gotta retire an Astro, right? So I think the odd one out is gonna be Bregman, and you're right. They've always maintained a good core of guys there, but I don't know. We'll see if he really wants to spend or if he believes in the turnover of his organization.
So Alvarez signed an extension through 2028 for $26 million per.
That's a steal.
So
oh my God. Yeah,
the
that's a steal.
Initial extension was 6 years, 115.
When did they extend him? 2021? Math escapes me.
I don't know. But he's still on his arbitration years, and they didn't buy out his arbitration years, so his extension kicks in next year.
So are they still gonna be a dynasty? Are they still gonna be the team to beat in the AL, going a couple years in the future here?
There's a chance this could be their final dance year.
Yeah. I don't know. They've managed to wait. They like you said, they lost like MVP type players. Springer, Correa, Cole. Like, these are like if the Yankees lost players like that, the Yankees would be bad. Like the Yankees would be bad, and they found a way to just maintain a winning record and always being dangerous in the postseason, which is just kind of incredible. And as much as I hate the Astros, like, you got to give them props. Like, they are in it every single year, whether that is because of trash cans or not, or buzzers.
Yeah.
They're still in it.
Are they the team to beat in the AL West? Or AL for that matter?
The whole AL, I don't know. I think the Yankees kind of are right now. But that's such a biased thing to say. That's such a biased thing to say. I don't know.
Shaking his head.
Well,
No, it's the Astros. The Astros are always the team to beat. They've been in the LCS 7 consecutive seasons. That hasn't happened since the 50s and the 40s when the Yankees were a dynasty. That's absurd. The Astros are the team to beat. They've gotten 2 dynasty, whatever it is, dynasty. The Astros are still the team to beat. They need to be taken down, and someone's got to do it. We saw the Rangers step up last season, but in order for the Astros to be truly, emphatically brought down, they need to lose the division. They need to either be out of the playoffs completely or win one of those third wild cards and be knocked out in the first round.
Who in that division is beating
Seattle's
the Astros?
Seattle's got to step up.
But Seattle's they keep trying to lose money. Like, what is Seattle's plan? Like, they have a good window now going forward, but what are they doing? They're dropping all these contracts. They're selling off all these guys. Yeah, so are they really in it? Like, that division is locked up in my mind if the Astros have some turnover.
It's got to be the Rangers. It's got to be the defending champs. They have to come back. They won 90 games last season. They can win more. They can get to 100 wins.
You know what sucks?
They have to.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish
what sucks? Well, they can't suffer this World Series hangover that the Sox suffered back in 2019 when they finished in 3rd place after winning the championship. They can't get caught up in the World Series hangover and
the Red Sox are bad. It's not a hangover.
Disarray.
It's not a hangover if it's 5 years.
Team.
You're just bad. Like, you're just
back-to-back basement teams. They're bad. Okay.
Are you guys done? Or should you keep going? Are you done?
I'm done.
Oh, you're done. Okay, let's move on. Back to the podcast. The Rangers do have to be the team to assert themselves against the Astros. No one else will do it. The Mariners, as you said, have made some baffling personnel moves, and while there's still a lot of talent on the roster, are they a top of the division team next year? I can't say that confidently. So it's got to be the Rangers, and they'll do it. They'll do it.
Rotation is just such a toss-up. Like, DeGrom and Scherzer come back,
No.
What do you mean? DeGrom and Scherzer, they come back, and there's so many things that could happen. They're both like, I mean, DeGrom's so injury prone, Scherzer's so old. Like, you really don't know what you're getting. And if they haven't re-signed Montgomery, like, you don't know where Montgomery's gonna be. So other than Nate Eovaldi, what does this rotation have? Like, that it's consistent, like that you can like rely on.
First of all, you just named one of the most clutch, heroic, sterling performers of our time.
Every conversation.
Who is a number one in any MLB rotation, clearly. But they have more depth options than you remember. They still have John Gray. They still have Andrew Heaney. They still have Dunning. They have a deep rotation that will support, that can basically serve as a net for the failures of guys like DeGrom and Scherzer. If DeGrom and Scherzer aren't themselves, there's enough.
John Gray, Dane Dunning, those aren't.
Oh yeah, I know you don't like Dane Dunning.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I know you don't like Dunning.
I don't love Dane Dunning, but the problem is, the thing is, with a team that has much offense
he's
and defense,
in the past. He's a clown.
I probably called him a clown in the past, but the Rangers right now, they don't need a top 5 MLB rotation. Their offense and their defense are so spectacular and so above par, they can get by with the top 10 rotation and be fine.
Yeah, but I don't know if guys.
Season?
Maybe.
Also that.
Maybe. I just don't think they. I don't know. I think the Rangers got hot at the right time last year. They were good at one point in the year.
Ooh.
They were very bad at another point of the year.
I don't take
such a baffling, absolutely baffling.
You want
take.
to talk about regression to the mean? Like, these are some regression to the mean, guys.
Talk.
No. These are not regression to the mean types.
I don't know about Simeon. I don't know
completely
about
heinous
Simeon.
take. That's ridiculous. Get out of here.
I don't know.
You know about Simeon?
The one guy I like.
Dude, you haven't looked at
Simeon. Should be one guy you know about.
I don't think
he hasn't looked at Simeon's numbers.
More consistent. MVP vote getters out
Dude,
there.
you haven't even thought about Simeon before like 2021.
That's
Honestly,
not
You
true.
had
I was
not.
a Blue Jay Simeon
You
guy.
hadn't thought about Simeon.
No, he's
no,
not.
Yeah, but not before that season, dude. You haven't looked
Let's-
back at how much he's improved, how much he's transformed his game.
I'm calling it
This is
now. I
where-
don't think Simeon will have as good of a year as you guys think he is. And then also like Adolis Garcia.
See, that's
let me
so
just say something.
vague. Can you give
Let me
a
just
better?
say something.
Well, then
Let
we
me just say
think?
something.
Okay.
Adolis Garcia, complete another.
beast,
He's
yeah.
very good, but complete outlier. Like he has 1.5 good years in the major leagues. Like let's be honest, and he's the four hitter. Like I think this is a much shakier team than you guys are letting
So
on.
this is what
I really do.
people talked
Nah, bro.
about across the baseball world last year, and look what they did. People were saying, I think even we were saying that the Rangers have so many unproven players in their lineup, up and down the lineup. We don't know about Jonah Heim. We don't know about this guy. We don't know about the. Look at Evan Carter batting third in the World Series. Come on, dude. These
I like
Rangers are-
Evan Carter. Evan Carter's fun.
And if I
He's
may
fun.
say,
Dude, here's the
okay,
thing.
I'll let you go.
Go ahead.
I was
Go
just
ahead.
gonna say, what's the difference?
What?
What's the difference between your faith in a team like the Phillies from a couple years ago when they made their crazy run from the wild card to a team like the Rangers from last year? Because I know you like
Well,
the Phillies.
because they have guys like Bryce Harper, and they have guys who are super established.
So
Like Kyle
Isaac has
Schwarber
to have
is going to
players
get
that
you.
he-
45
That's not that
home runs.
important.
known.
You just want the name value.
Isaac just.
Because the thing is, the whole
No, he
problem with
doesn't know
Isaac
anyone
is
besides
he,
Bryce Harper. Everyone else is like
he has
bums
name
for him.
recognition for like
No,
He's
like
like,
he
oh,
has
Bryce
name
Harper,
rec
I've
for
heard
maybe
that name
one
before.
quarter of the MLB,
All right,
bro.
Are you guys done? Are you guys done? You have really good role players like Bryson Stott who like fill in the lineup really nicely, and you have like one of the best catchers in baseball or formerly.
This is also not about the Phillies. This is
Nathaniel
also not about the
Lowe. It
Phillies.
is.
We're talking about the Rangers.
I'm
Talking
talking
about
about the
guys
Phillies.
all across. Ezekiel Durant.
We're
is
talking about
coming
the
out of nowhere,
Rangers.
280. Come on.
Josh Young.
Oh, yeah,
Josh Young
forgot
hasn't
about
been
him.
mentioned.
And they got their top prospect, the third baseman, coming up. I mean,
You guys
Yes, they do.
screaming players at me is not an argument. I'm serious. That's not an argument. Just screaming player names at me. Okay, one person at a time. You want to say something about how good the Rangers are. One at a time, make an argument. You don't have to both scream
And
Ezekiel
then-
Durant, Jonah. Like,
and then
come
at the
on.
very top of this pyramid is Bruce Bochy. Come on, this team
Oh,
is
managers
Great
win.
point.
Managers win games now. Is that right?
Those are not my words. I just said at the top of
That's-
the pyramid. is
They win
Bruce, and
championships.
do
They win divisions.
championships.
They win pennants. They do win championships, bro.
If
Forward to his
you
name.
would
Forward
put,
to his
you would
name.
put $100 on them to go like okay, like
To
CS.
not regress to the mean, yes.
You would put $100 on them to go to the CS.
I never said that. No,
Okay,
that's
I wouldn't say that. I would
Okay,
say
make the
they're a
playoffs.
guaranteed
Make the
Dodgers
playoff
are good
team.
every year, but they're not.
They're a guaranteed
100
top
plus
two
the
team in the
ALCS.
division.
Okay.
You can't guarantee
No one
Okay,
CS.
can
okay. You want to do
guarantee
playoff wins under over 2.5 playoff wins? Like yes or no?
I'll say.
Why don't we just
over.
do regular season wins?
Okay, regular season wins under over.
What's your number at?
87
Like,
and a half.
what would your be your prediction?
Well,
Over.
should we wait? Hang on. Should
87
we
and a half
actually?
over. What? We're not.
Okay,
we're
wait, should
combining
we-
should we
four
look-
episodes into one right now.
Should we look? Should we look at what the actual like line is?
Sure, look it up.
Ken, research nerds. Come on, dude. I don't do that. You know I don't do
No,
that.
but you're a sports betting guy. What happened? $70 in FanDuel account.
That's nothing to do with baseball, and has nothing
Well,
to do
that's
with the Texas
you have
Rangers.
easier access to FanDuel for someone who bet. I don't bet. Like I don't know what sport betting is.
Oh, did you not put the one I placed that I sent to you?
I told you I was working. I got called in.
I did actually make another $16 on that day, even though I lost that one. But I'm not like a big sports betting guy, but to make a
So what
spice
are
up
the
a
odds
game, I
for
will
the
do it.
Rangers wins, please?
I don't know. Ali's doing it, right?
I'm not. Because I know they're a good team. I don't have to look at the odds.
Yeah, Isaac.
Alright.
Isaac, what would your prediction
I
be
trust
for the
myself.
Rangers 2024 wins?
I'd say around 90 maybe less.
See, like this is crazy. This is crazy talk.
I just don't believe in them. I don't believe in them. We should get off.
What does it take for you to believe in the team? They won a championship, bro. What does it take?
Do you believe in the Orioles
Wow.
next year?
Not as much as a lot of people are.
Isaac, let me just say one thing.
Yeah.
The last 4 teams to win championships in this league, where are they now? I'm talking Dodgers, Braves, Astros, Rangers. Look at those other 3. Where are they now? Still at the top of their game. Nationals fell off, Sox fell off, I'll give you that. But all those other 4 recent teams retaining their core rosters are still right where they were in the fight. The pattern, the predominant pattern, is that teams sustain what they accomplish for at least 2 or 3
And-
seasons after a world championship.
Watch
Okay,
the over/under be like 94.5, by the way, because
It's 90. It's 90 for the Texas Rangers. I'm right. It's a wild card team. They have them as a wild card team.
Who,
This is what
who
they
does?
have.
Who does?
This is Bleacher Report baseball predictive standings for 2024.
No, that's a prediction. That's not an over/under. That's a completely different thing.
I think it's using the over-unders, though.
No
what is it,
chance. That's like
Fangraphs?
analyst predictions. Like that's some.
So what, Fangraphs or ESPN? Power Rankings, ESPN. Dude, it's at 90. I'm telling you it's at 90. The Rangers aren't even on the... Dude, now ESPN has Seattle over them, too. I'm telling you.
ESPN
A lot
has
of people don't
Seattle over the Rangers.
Oh, wait.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Okay,
No,
so
sorry.
DraftKings has them at 90.5.
Told you, that's around the line I said.
You said
It's
87.
not
I think.
crazy. Okay, that was just like a made-up thing, but I'm telling you, it's not like you guys think. You guys are looking for like a 95 number. It's not. It's not.
Well, they have the Astros at 92.5.
Yeah, so they have the Astros winning that division, right?
Why don't they? Yeah.
Anyway,
course.
yeah, okay, so we got to move on. Enough of that talk. Another big one was Rhys Hoskins to the Brewers. Ollie, thoughts on that?
2 years, $34 million. I didn't think he would. We should look at our free agent numbers again and see which of us called 17 million plus for his value.
We all did.
Because we all called 17
so-
we all said
7
7
billion, yeah, it's a lot of money.
7
It's a lot of money, but they're willing to give it up because he'll bops them out of there. $7 billion. Okay,
Quote
shake.
of the year.
7 billion. Put that in the tagline.
Comes after $1 billion.
Well, so Isaac had the lowest value in terms of AAV. He had 2 years, 28. I had 1 year, 18. And then Ollie out here throwing out four for 72.
Damn.
So I was closest to the AAV.
Yeah, but furthest off from common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So you get like a negative 10
I
points
rated
there.
him what he is. What?
And Ken, who got the team? Just to confirm, who got the team? Just-
Yariel Rodriguez. So we all said Yankees, and he went to the Blue Jays. So none of us?
Okay, very good.
Ha.
So
I don't know
Ken's
what
trying
you're
to not give me the credits I deserve, but your boy did get to the Brewers. It's just too easy at this point. I am cooking these gentlemen in
You
this
are not.
game every
You're
year.
cooking Ollie. I'm right there on your tail.
Wait, like on my tail? How many points?
Well, do you guys want to hear it?
Yeah, I think we should give him a
Sure.
little mid
All right.
off season update.
Well, this is like
Explain what we're doing first. Though,
we're like
Ken, so they know.
90% of the players through. We did a episode in which we had the top 25 free agents, and we predicted the years, the amount of money, total value, and the team that they'd be signing for. We predicted that, and then we wrote a little spreadsheet out to see, just do a little who got everything right. As you can tell, I'm not a huge fan of this game anymore. But at this point, after, I don't know, we're like 20 players through. There's probably like 5 players left on the board. Isaac is in the lead with a grand total of 18 points. I'm in second place with 11 points. And Ollie
on my tail?
Ollie is in third place with 7 points. So the numbers are looking
Nice.
eerily similar to last year's numbers. And as I was going back and checking, you got me going down this rabbit hole. So I'm
Don't be Mr. Excuses.
and that's not Mr.
Here it
Excuses.
comes.
It's just Mr. Facts here that I'm just gonna, put on the table to see what Ollie has to do with it. So I was looking back. I go back and check every section for each player that we predicted to, write it down in our doc, and then I've noticed a trend. It's either Isaac is the host here, and he says, "So we got Rhys Hoskins up in there. Ollie, what do you got here for him? We got Josh Hader next. Ken, what do you have for him?" And then he acts very surprised when me and Ollie say a number out there. That me and Ollie's numbers are very similar. But we throw a number out there. Isaac's like, "Whoa, that's a lot of money." And then like 10 minutes later, it's his turn to go, and he says a number right in between me and Ollie. It's very interesting how that goes, and it goes for almost every one of the players. And if you look at the point
I
breakdown,
can explain it this way. Okay. We get it. We get it. Let me just say something. this is indicative of personalities on this channel, right? Ollie is the flamboyant, just like, oh, just give him all the money. Like Reese Hoskins, $74 million. Like, are you kidding me? And Ken's the lowball realistic statistic guy. Me, I'm in the middle, not as analytical, right? So I'm gonna naturally slot in the middle either way. So for Ken to come at me and say that I'm just listening to their picks and going in the middle, it's just absolutely preposterous.
True, isn't it?
And
It's
he
like,
is
can you say with a
butthurt.
straight
Well,
face,
no, because even if he does, how would he get the team
Here
from that?
comes
If he
Ollie.
gets the
Exactly,
team right,
and that's
separate
the
from.
second
So
part.
That's justified.
that was my next point.
All I want to say is, how would he get the
That
team?
was my
this
next
is me being
point.
flamboyant.
That was my next point.
How would he get the
Okay,
team?
little too saucy there, buddy. Let's take it down a notch. But I shouldn't have
No.
used flamboyant. But
You bigot.
So that was my next point. Can I just say
I
that
thought
he's only gotten
flamboyant
4
meant, like-
out of his 18 points were come from teams? So you can tell that if he didn't have his numbers to go off of his buddies next to him.
yeah, why don't you print me a fucking Excel report, Ken? Yeah,
Oh,
get me
God,
a
this is
pie chart
bullshit,
of that,
and
then
next year we will have Isaac going first for every single one of these predictions. And because we know for a fact that me and Ollie come with a sheet that have everything written down already, our predictions. Isaac comes in here, strolls in, he says, I really don't know anything about this guy. Let me just throw a number out there, and boom, again, bro. Like this shit. Last year too, I finally got to the
No,
bottom of
last-
it.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know a lot of the guys this year. This year was full of
Right,
surprises
but
for me
you,
too.
like,
I did
threw
not
a
come well
number out
prepared.
there.
I was out of my
That's
element.
fine.
Mostly, I was
I wouldn't-
guessing. Now throwing
okay,
numbers.
But
Can I,
okay,
However, did you give me credit for Stroman to the Yankees? You did, right?
I did. I gave you a point. for
Okay,
that.
so even that still said.
I no
well.
credit. You took it back. You let
Son
peer
of a
pressure
gun.
affect you, and you took it back. So no, I'm not giving you.
But I was right. I
No,
knew it,
no, I
man.
have to
I
give
knew he was
it
gonna
to
go
it
to
was
the
a
Yankees.
joke. You were joking. Let's be honest.
I felt
I was
too
dead
bad.
serious, man.
If it was only Isaac who laughed at him, but that was
See, they gotta stipend me. They gotta come
No,
for the king,
it's-
and that's fair. I understand that. The little joker boy over there's gotta come for the king. I get it, and
Well,
that's
Joker
just
boy is
part of
you.
being king.
And we were propping you up because you were a little brother, but now this is getting serious. You need to be on your own now.
Okay, we'll see you next year. Same thing.
Yeah, please do. No, not same thing. What's next?
So Reese Hoskins. No, Ken, you didn't really say anything about Reese Hoskins.
Reese Hoskins. Brewers love the fit there. They've always gone after these 1 or 2 year deal guys for big pop, 30 home run power, but low average. I don't know. Reese Hoskins coming off of injury. We talked about it in the free agent episode, but I don't know what he's got in the first year back. I know he's a great player. Ollie gave him $74 million. I think you guys are a bit higher on him than I am. But I do like the fit. The Brewers need more thump in that lineup, and they get a little bit. They need more, and we'll see that NL Central is wide open.
Yeah. Speaking of, or actually, I don't know the divisions like Ken said, but speaking of, where do we think,
can we talk about that?
what?
So, Ollie, quick sidebar. Me and Isaac on the lift ski resort last weekend. We're doing a little game on the ski lift because obviously we're based.
He's
on
gonna tell the joke. You don't have to laugh, Ali. It's not
this
that
is
funny.
crazy.
Just so you know.
No, it's not a joke. It's just a crazy
that
fact
funny.
that I
It's just
found out.
It's not
We were
that
like, let's
funny.
go back and forth naming all the teams in the MLB. And then we're like, okay, this would be
Yep.
easier if we went by division. I came to find out that Isaac doesn't know the divisions and what teams are in which division and what division comes
That's
out.
not-
no.
No, that's cap. That's cap. It was just a one division. The Reds.
No,
the,
it was
honestly-
all Isaac. Come on, it was all the divisions.
No,
Was it
it
what's
wasn't.
next?
Ken. You think I knew all the AL ones and most of the NL ones? I just didn't know the one with the Cincinnati
That's
Cardinals
being
in
nice.
it.
Okay, I don't want to bully him too much. But
The Cincinnati Cardinals, the great historic Cincinnati Cardinals. What a franchise! Oh, tell us, Isaac. Tell us about the exploits, the championships of the Cincinnati Cardinals. Who were their top 5 players? Ah, yes, there was. Oh, Ken, remember Johnny Musial? Johnny Musial played, and it was Stan Bench. I think Stan Bench played for the Cincinnati Cardinals. It wasn't
Ozzie
it.
Rose?
Wasn't it Pete
Ozzie
Hornsby? Believe. Ozzie Rose, yes, and wasn't it Tony Pujols? Tony Pujols on the Cincinnati Cardinals. What a great player, and Albert Perez.
God,
Oh,
it's
I'm so fond of
All
that
right.
team. Wow.
All right, so honestly, Ali, I gotta commend you on the combining names that quick is kind of good. Yeah, so I misspoke. I'll address the rumors. I 100% misspoke, and I just want to say, if this is it for me with Bleacher Wars Media, I'm
this
very
lead
sorry.
into our-
Cincinnati Cardinals.
I think this leads
man.
perfectly into our game we've been wanting to play. Of does Isaac know this MLB player?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll try to
come
tell
on,
you a
let's
fun
throw
fact
some names
about
out
him.
there.
Well, is it that?
If he can
How about we
convey
do this
that
where
he
we
knows the player to us and convince us, then he gets a point.
we could just say a name, and he has to say if it's a real player or not, if it's a name we made up.
Well, I
much.
think
That might be
if
good.
Okay, if he actually fails this, he needs to get off the pod because I think he's heard of baseball names before.
Yeah, I mean, is that too
I
easy
think
if we
that's
just
a
like
little
do a
too
fake
easy.
name versus a real name?
That'd
I
be
think he
really
needs to
Well,
embarrassing.
how about I
like-
say a name?
What?
Say a name and say who he plays for, maybe.
Yeah, that's better. Like Christian.
All right, Isaac. I want you to tell me who Miles Mastroboni plays for. Miles Mastroboni.
I don't know Miles Mastroboni.
This is a tough one. I'll give you a hint. We were just talking about teams.
This is a tough one. This
Just
is a
now
tough
we were talking about teams.
First question.
Um,
NL Central.
Reds.
Well,
So I
remember
guess
there was that
divisions
story
and
about
names
him.
out the way.
The reason it might be possible is remember there was that story about him this year. That clip that was passed around from
Sure.
the Braves game. Remember?
I'm sorry,
So-
I do not know who Miles Mastroboni is. I've never
fair.
heard that name in my life. I'm not gonna lie, and I know like
It's a very tough one.
That is a
Okay.
tough one.
Next
Can't really
one,
blame
that's
him for
like-
that.
you know,
He
warm me
plays
up.
for the Chicago Cubs.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I feel bad now.
Well, like, you can't blame him for that one. I want to get to a name where it's an obvious name, but he doesn't.
Well,
know.
how should we do it then?
Like,
should
how
do
are we
it?
gonna find the next Christian?
It's not just like
Encarnacion
name.
Strand?
It's not like name the most like weird one you can think of and try to see if I don't
Okay,
know it.
okay.
Like I probably know one player that you don't know as well, or you know,
Carlos
maybe not.
Fair.
Santana.
Okay.
Last year's
What?
team. Carlos Santana.
I know he was recently on the Royals, but he he went to somewhere washed up. Oh, he's on Nationals.
No.
No, is he somewhere washed up? He's not back on the Guardians, is he?
No.
Think almost up and coming.
Almost.
Like up and coming, but
Where's Carl? Oh, no. Not White Sox. No. He's on some crap team. I know he's on.
but
some
no.
Oh, he's on the Pirates. Oh, I did know that.
That's easy.
Okay, that's a bad
Well,
one. I knew he was on a shit team.
Sorry.
He started off the year in Pittsburgh, I believe. But he got traded midseason.
It's true. He was traded.
Oh, Ollie.
He was traded.
Ollie.
I knew that, but I assumed he was asking for who he started with.
No, you know who he ended
I
with.
knew he was traded.
Wait, who did he end with?
Ollie, you could answer.
Let's see. How do we hint this one?
No,
he knows it.
no, Ollie. You,
Oh,
No, he knows it. He
it
knows
was the Brewers. It was the Brewers. He went to the
knows.
Brewers. Went to the Brewers.
oh, so he had to save himself really quick. I did not know.
No,
he
no,
was on the
Isaac
Brewers
just
at all.
saved himself.
Okay,
One,
one
two.
more.
3, 4, 5, 6. He's played for 6 teams. Do you want to try naming all of them? You mentioned all
Carlos
of them.
Santana. I mean,
That was
I
talking
know
for
he.
me.
Oh. I know he played for the Guardians. Is where he started. He played for Kansas City. Obviously he played for the Pirates. Played for the Brewers. Played for the Nationals. Did he play for the Nationals? Why do I think he played for the
Mm-mm.
Nationals?
He played on a similar
No.
NL East team.
Why do I think
And
he
similar in
played-
terms of colors.
He didn't play on the Phillies, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When did he play on the Phillies?
And also,
That's
Go
5, right?
it's
Yeah.
your game. It's your game. You got 5. One more. I'm not sure even I know this one. I think I do.
I most remember him from Guardians Royals days.
There's no way you
I-
most remember him for the Guardian. I mean, the Royals.
No, I just have a clear image in my head of him on the Royals. I don't know why. I just he must have homered against the Yankees in a Royals uniform or something like that. That's why I have him seared into my brain. I don't know.
He was okay.
I don't know the last one.
I want to say
Isaac, I
I
think
wanna
you
say it was
started
another-
saying it, or someone just started. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
I want to say. Can I go for
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I think he was traded. I think it was a different year where he was traded mid-season. He was traded.
You're right about
and
that.
He went to the AL West.
Oh, you're right about that.
Chicago. Did I say Chicago? I think I said White Sox before, didn't I?
He went to the AL West, which the Chicago White Sox do not play in.
So
Isaac.
let's not be
Oh,
mean.
right.
He doesn't know
And-
divisions yet. So
I don't know
This is-
divisions, so.
He went to the AL West and it was definitely not the A's. I definitely was not the
It
Astros.
might have been the A's.
I think it was the Mariners, bro. Did he go to the Mariners?
Ding, 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 ding.
No way. Really?
Yeah, he went to the Mariners and hit 191.
In 2021?
2022.
No.
I mean, also,
Oh,
can I
okay.
just say that's a hard one because like that's six
hard.
teams. Like that's a lot. Like
No,
that's
it's
Yeah.
a fun
that's
game.
not like a
It's
layup.
tough.
Okay,
It's tough.
one more. And then can we start giving Ken some trivia? Because Ken never has to do trivia. It's actually crazy.
Sure, we gotta start hitting Ken,
It's
man.
only ever
'cause
me
he's-
and Ali.
He's so
Got my
locked.
phone by my side.
He's so...
See,
You gotta hold up your hands.
see,
You hold up your hands while you answer.
I just literally eat the embarrassment. I don't like try to hide it like Ken. All right, give me one more.
It's about
Okay,
character
what-
presentation. What?
What position does Jack Swinski play?
Okay,
Jack
that's
Zawinski.
left, right, layup.
Jack Zawinski.
Is that that's kind of tough? Jack Swinski. What does he play? He's fun.
Do I have to give like the position or like can I say outfield? I want to say outfield.
He is an outfielder, but can you be more specific?
Or like colors of the
I
uniform
don't-
he's playing for. Like
No,
any,
I just
any
don't know the
vibe that
outfit.
he has.
I don't
Well,
know.
you know what team he's
like
on.
long
You know what
hair,
team he's
short
on.
Of course,
hair.
of course, of course. I just
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
the position.
What team is he on? What team is he on, by the way?
That's not
'Cause
part
you
of
know
the
what team he's
question.
on.
That's not part of the question.
Oh! You just know who Swinski's on.
Okay.
That's tough. That's tough.
I don't know. Left field.
He's a center
Why are
fielder
we
with the
getting-
Pirates.
Why are we listening to Isaac randomly guess positions of players he doesn't know about?
Sorry,
Right field.
sorry. I think it's fun.
He's just throwing baseball positions out
It's
there
crazy
as if
because
he
no, the
knows
thing
play.
is what's crazy is that there are some things that I feel like he does genuinely know so well. There are things and
agree.
facets he
I
does
just don't know
really have
random
locked.
facts like you guys. Like I
But
know,
it's just-
I know about baseball. You just, I don't know
our
random
division's random
facts.
facts. That could be a topic for an episode.
All right, debate.
Is matching up the city to the team.
Okay,
Do they
all right,
matter?
Okay. We got to get off this topic before I get roasted anymore because this is enough. Did I even say where Cody Bellinger is going, or did I even not even get to that because you guys were just absolutely torching me for saying Cincinnati Cardinals?
Where's he going?
Where's he going?
Where's he going? I'm asking you guys. I mean, actually, I am the one in the lead by a lot, so maybe I should tell you. I think he's going back to the Cubs right now. If I'm being honest, I think the Cubbies need him back. They kind of had an a pretty L offseason other than Shoto Imanaga and getting a manager for $40 million. So I think they need to make a splash. And I don't think anyone else really wants Cody Bellinger, which is kind of sad coming off a great year. But I don't know. I think his value is really tanked because no one knows what they're getting from him. That's what I think.
I would sure take him.
Yeah, on your the
He's
Red Sox.
20
Well, on the Red Sox, if you're saying that, I mean anyone you'd take. You know.
Well, the Red Sox are going hard after Adam Duvall, so let's not push too many.
He
buttons
almost-
there. Like, they're coming.
Yeah,
Full
he
frontal
almost looks
offseason.
like Mike's Trout. Yeah, full frontal.
Bellinger is 27, dude. He's got so much good time left. Sign that guy.
Yeah, so much. So
Need him.
150 average. Below 100 OPS plus. Great. I don't
Dude,
know.
last
not
year he
a
was
Bellinger
10th in
guy.
MVP voting.
No,
You're not high on Bellinger.
no.
Wow,
I'm not
rough.
high on a lot of people. You guys are high on everyone.
I'm not high on Bellinger, by the way. Don't lump me in there. Yeah, he's a solid player.
You're not high on Bellinger either? So it's up to me to be the Bellinger defender now. Wow. Never thought I would take that position.
Solid
Yeah.
player.
I'm
Great
super-
defender. I'm high on his defense.
Yeah. At the end of the day, defense won't slump, and he's a good runner, too. Great
Offensively,
defense.
over under
So-
235 average next year. Stuff
Yeah, he's a
line.
2020 player last
Under.
season, man. He's got the power. Dude, I think in the right ballpark, he's a stud. In the right ballpark with the right culture, that guy's a stud. In the right lineup.
And where's that?
It's crazy
Is
that he did so
Chicago?
much. He did so much better. He did so much better in arguably a worse lineup with less protection than he did in LA. So maybe it was feeling suffocated by the stars around him. Maybe it was a health thing, but something turned around in Chicago, and I think he will also stay in Chicago.
Well,
And I think he is just waiting to play the market as much as he can.
let's
right
not
now.
act like he didn't win an MVP in LA, so it can't be like the suffocating
that's
of
true.
the players. Like,
But
they
you know,
didn't-
as
they
years,
didn't make
years
him-
changed post COVID.
They didn't make him the center of attention, after being an MVP. I think that's the thing I was trying to say. They didn't really make him the center of
Yeah,
attention.
that's what I'm trying to say. It was not Bellinger's team, and it probably should have been. It was something Mookie Betts' team, but it could have been Bellinger.
Deservingly,
he won
deservedly,
the MVP
but
like 3 years before Mookie even got there. He was
No,
the guy
year
in
before.
17.
The year before. The year before.
Mookie got there in
His
2020.
MVP was 2019. His MVP was 2019. His rookie year was 17.
Oh.
See, look at this. We give Ken this little sliver of trivia and just crumbles
That's
under
true.
pressure.
That's not
That's
true.
true.
So that is.
That was pretty weak.
When did Cody Bellinger win the MVP? I could have told you
Yeah.
that.
Obviously,
That's
19.
I could have told you it was in the
Stuff.
belly. I
Yelich,
could've told-
Yelich belly era.
Yeah,
17, 18 was Yelich.
I gotta forgive you for not knowing when Betts went to LA because that is very personal to
No,
me.
I do
so
know
if you
that
forget
2020 because of the
forgivable.
shortened season. David Price sat out, and there goes David Price this year.
Wow, look at Ken flexing
That's
all
true.
of his knowledge. Wow,
trivia.
it's just.
Oh, trivia. Crumbs your name.
I have some trivia for either of you, both of you.
Never do
Let's
that
name the
again.
3 players who just got elected to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's a great,
Uh,
great transition. Ollie, there's trivia transitions. Bleacher Boys.
for
Media
who?
fans.
For me
Can I
again?
Can I just say it?
Well, I guess
Adrian
Ken knows all
Beltre,
3. Isaac, do you
Adrian
know all 3?
Beltre, Todd Helton, and what's the last guy?
No, come on, Ollie. Ollie.
Sorry.
Stop.
Too fair. Sorry, I like giving the hints.
Adrian Beltre, I saw that video. Todd Helton, I saw that video. Who
I
were
could
the-
give a little number hint. He wore number 7.
Mickey Mantle.
He
Oh,
batted-
they finally let Mickey Mantle in.
He batted
From what, the
365 in
Oakland
2009.
Oh, Joe Mauer. Joe Mauer.
Yes, very good.
I honestly,
That got him there.
yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been bad. Another. Thank God. Thank God I didn't.
Are
miss
you
that
guys
one.
surprised? Are you in any way taken aback?
So I have
shocks
strong
here?
opinions about this.
No, you don't. Really?
Mm-hmm.
About who? Go.
Why do people
Where?
care?
Gary Sheffield needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Billy Wagner needs to be in the
Oh,
Hall
yeah.
of Fame.
Yes.
That's before talking about the obvious guys of Barry Bonds and Alex Rodriguez that need to be in the Hall of Fame.
A-Rod. I don't know about A-Rod.
They need to. They're the best hitters in the league has ever seen.
So your issues are
Has
not with
ever
who was
seen.
elected, but who was not elected. Your
Right.
issues
Billy
are with
Wagner,
who was
one of the
not
best
being
relievers
elected.
ever. Gary Sheffield, look
It's
at his
amazing.
numbers. They're underrated as fuck. And where
I don't know
Wagner
about
and
A-Rod.
best
Sheffield.
hitters in the
It's
league.
it's incredible.
I don't know about A-Rod. And this
Do you
is
not
coming
agree
from
that he's-
someone who has an A-Rod poster on their door, and I'm going to
Can
say
I
I
ask-
don't know about A-Rod.
This is a great conversation because do you say yes to Barry Bonds?
I'm honest. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just know that twice, and lying about it twice is like one time. Okay, you learn your lesson. Twice.
So the line is
In the-
twice for
But
you.
listen, no. But the line is also this: is that it's post-steroid era. There was no one regulating steroids in that era, so they were doing whatever they were doing whatever they wanted to do because no one was regulating it. When A-Rod did it, they were strict regulations, and he did it twice. He was one of the greatest
here's
hitters
my
of all
thing.
time. I agree, but. And this is coming from someone, again, who has pictures of A-Rod in his room right now.
So here's my
So,
thing.
like,
I think
Wow.
A-Rod should be hated across MLB, and I think he should have to face the consequences, but not in the Hall of Fame, because the Hall of Fame is a place where you tell the story of baseball history. And these guys being one of the
That's
best
your
hitters and
interpretation.
best players, have their plaque be a different color then. Have it be bright pink and say steroids
Whoa,
all over.
oh.
But they need to be in the Hall of Fame.
I was
to
with
tell
you
the
right up until
story
then.
Of
Yeah,
how
that's a
Barry
dumb
Bonds,
argument.
dude, Barry Bonds, the best hitter, not in the Hall of Fame. Pete Rose, the best hitter, not in the Hall of Fame.
Look, this
well,
is
Pete Rose
like,
is because
this
of
is
gambling.
ridiculous.
That's different.
So
That's
the
different.
fuck what? Like just right? Oh, he gambled.
No.
Asterisks
No.
on his plaque.
No. I'm saying I agree with Pete Rose should be in.
Like
but
you can't
I think,
delete
I think,
history that doesn't bode well
No,
with
no,
MLB.
no. I'm with you on the Pete Rose one. I think Pete Rose should 100% be in because the it has no effect on his play during his career. It was something way after. So it's like people say, "Oh, he
Did he
tarnished the
cut out
game,
for
his
you? I can't
reputation."
hear.
Yeah, but he gambled. He gambled with the team that he was managing at the time. He was managing the team at the time he was gambling on. That's pretty rough.
I don't really
Right,
I don't really
think
care
if you
about
do
that.
something
That's
legal,
pretty
you do
forgivable.
something legal. But I don't
Like,
think
get
that should
fined.
have
So you would be
anything-
worried if Aaron Boone was gambling with on the Yankees games right now and managing them at the same time. That's a bit
No,
of a
this is
conflict of
problem,
interest.
yeah.
No, but
Yeah,
like
that's pretty.
steroids are a
reprehensible.
direct result in play. Like they
They're
show
equally.
up. They
They're
show up in
equally.
results. No, they're not.
These two
equal.
things are at
No.
least, dude. I mean, they're at least equally as unforgivable. I would argue Pete Rose's actions were more unforgivable than what Bonds and Rodriguez did. Gambling,
No.
dude, gambling on the results of a game you're gonna manage today, dude. Come on,
That affects a
That's
lot more
ridiculous.
people than.
He could be gambling. He could be gambling
It's a whole
to that
game.
we're gonna win every night, and then it's nothing.
Oh, come on, you cannot be
stop,
serious
stop,
right now,
stop,
bro. This
Isaac.
is so ridiculous. This is a ridiculous take.
But I think steroids
so-
have a direct effect on play. That is much different. That is
I
much
think he's
different.
just being provocative. a manager's choices have a extremely direct effect
But
on
we're
pay every
talking
single
about
day.
statistics. The whole point of the Hall of Fame is we're talking about statistics, right? So if someone's statistics are continuously boosted by an outside effect,
The Hall of Fame is about way more than just raw numbers. Like Ken
but it
said so
starts with
eloquently,
numbers.
the
But it
Hall of
starts with
Fame
numbers. You can't get in
tells
the
the
Hall of
story
Fame
of
without
baseball.
3,000 hits. You mostly can't
Yes,
get in the
you
Hall of Fame
can.
without.
You
I mean,
can.
2,000,
Look at
2,000.
these
Sorry,
guys
sorry,
in the Hall of Fame.
sorry. Sorry,
You
hang
can.
on, hang
You
on,
can.
hang on. I meant
These-
2,000.
These nice guys who've put a persona on for 20 years make the Hall of Fame.
He's not going to make it. He didn't get 2,000.
He should. It's ridiculous, but he should.
Chase Utley, I'm
This
just saying,
is
I
first
meant
year.
2,000. You guys talk all over me, but I'm just saying 2,000 hits, you need that. So there is, the Hall of Fame voting starts with statistics. You need a certain barrier before they even consider you. And then, okay, you're short, you only have 100 home runs, you have like 2,000 hits exact. Like, then they start factoring in the type of leader, clubhouse guy, championship, stuff like that. But there is a starting point of statistics you need to get in the Hall of Fame. I don't care what you guys say. There is a starting point. Can't get in the Hall of Fame with shit numbers, right?
Even so, that doesn't equate to the fact that managing a game is less of a direct effect on baseball than taking drugs is. Because many players took steroids and did not rise to the level of the Cansecos and Bonzes and Rodriguez of our time.
Right.
Many players were on roids and still could not put it together. So,
well, what I'll
there's clearly much more
give you
work
is
here.
that these players were very, very good players, and then they took steroids, which boosted them to superstars, right? Isn't that the whole point? Isn't that the
Yes.
whole argument? So I'm kind of with it that Bonds could be in the Hall of Fame, but A-Rod is different.
Like
He should be. Okay,
when
I'll
you're
say
telling
he
the
should
story
be.
of baseball, you need to mention Barry Bonds some way, somehow. Negative light, positive light. I don't
do.
care, but he needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Sure, but A-Rod's a different story. You have to recognize that he's completely.
I
They're
don't think
two
so.
different
He's a
eras.
top 5 right-handed hitter in the history of
You're not
Major League
even.
Baseball.
You're not hearing me. What I'm saying is
That
one
he
was
made a mistake?
considered
Twice?
and it was illegal.
It was
It
illegal
wasn't
back
illegal.
then too. The regulation was just different.
Because they didn't regulate it. If something's not regulated, right? Then they can do whatever they
No.
want. There is no
I'm
oversight
saying
if
there
you're
was
not
a regulation.
if you're not
How did he get
watching over
caught
it.
then? How did he get caught then? There was a
Who?
regulation. The regulations were different. Barry Bonds. There
I
was.
don't know.
You're saying it was
A-Rod
legal?
did it when it was.
Are you
A-Rod
saying
did it when
it was legal
strictly
back?
illegal. I mean, if they can, it can be illegal, but if they don't monitor it, like they don't actually.
How
like,
did he
look
get
at,
caught then?
I don't know, but I know that for a fact that they
You
didn't
don't
monitor
know
it very
that.
closely. Oh, because I can't
would
name
they-
the one thing. So then it's
No.
a
Like, how are you
legitimate
saying
argument.
they weren't monitoring it if he got caught for taking steroids? I'm just.
That's just common baseball knowledge that they weren't really caring about the steroid era, guys. I mean, if you're going to dispute
Just because
that,
a lot
I
of
don't
people
know.
did it doesn't mean they weren't like he got caught. There was a lot of people got caught in the 90s.
And there was no repercussions, right? They let him keep
What do you
playing,
mean
no
there were no-
suspension.
There
There
were
were
hefty.
suspensions. There were always
I don't know
suspensions.
where
Hefty
you're getting
suspensions,
this
hefty
information.
fines.
I'm sorry.
Remember, Canseco was first exposed in like '97, so this goes way back before Bonds was ever.
Who took steroids
radar.
and didn't serve a suspension?
They didn't serve A-Rod suspension.
That's because it was the second time. A-Rod's first suspension, they're all the same numbers. The first.
So you're
suspension.
saying it was the same level of legality in A-Rod's era versus Barry Bonds'
That's
era.
why I said the regulations were different. They were still regulating it
What do you mean by the regulations then? If you want to be so specific, what's the regulations?
in terms of suspend money, like how much fines. Like these things came after the first wave.
So if it's $1,000 fine to a millionaire, he's like, okay, you're gonna fine me for taking steroids. Here's $1,000. Fuck it, I'm gonna keep going playing, right? But if the fine's
Keep
$2
going
million to A-Rod, and right, then it's a lot
$2
bigger thing.
million
So,
to A-Rod.
so
Okay,
a lot
but
more
this is
money
too
will
spec-
discourage someone from
Okay.
doing something again, right? Isn't that kind of the point?
Here's
So a
the thing.
bigger fine will make someone not do something, supposedly. So it makes it
So
more
here-
illegal.
okay. We're getting too specific, but 2 million.
You
let's
asked me
say-
to get specific.
this-
You asked me to get specific,
Okay,
so
but
I did.
so I'm answering your question. I'm saying we don't like Barry Bonds' salary and A-Rod's salary and whatever their own times is so different that it could be like $1 for me or like a $5 fine for you.
Are you
Who
talking about
cares?
inflation?
I think.
Don't
I'm
tell me you're talking about inflation.
No, I'm talking about the difference in fine that we're literally talking about. That's literally what I'm talking about. The difference in fine. We can't put a finger on what the difference of that fine is to them. There's literally nowhere to tell. The only thing that hurts as much as it does to Bonds, it does to A-Rod, is things like public perception and things like not getting into the Hall of Fame.
I would say that it's pretty much
I think that's
common,
a harsher punishment than paying fines.
I would say that it's pretty much common baseball knowledge that there was laxed rules about steroids in Barry Bonds' era, and that's crazy for you to say that it's like the same thing. You're basically comparing it to the same thing. It's I can't give you exacts on it, but I know that's not factually correct.
I wasn't saying it wasn't different. I'm just saying that you were saying they weren't monitored. That's not the case.
Okay, maybe not monitored, but if the rules, I mean, okay, I don't know.
Guys, I'm going to step in here. This is a rich and rigorous debate. It's been a pleasure to be a part of it. But I think one thing we can conclude from this discussion is that the Hall of Fame matters a lot to all of us. It's not some arbitrary, silly award thing like the Oscars. The Hall of Fame really matters, and it's important who gets elected to it. It's important when they get elected, and it's important what it means. And that means, as much as we focus on the negativity, on the scandals, on the drug abuse, on the allegations, we can also focus on the positives of the Hall of Fame. And that is that guys like Joe Mauer can be recognized for what might have gone as a fantastic career but was never enshrined. Guys like Mauer can be recognized on a first-time ballot, which is amazing. And it's a gift, because this was a guy who won 3 batting titles as a catcher, won MVP as a catcher, had 4 Gold Gloves, several All-Star appearances, racked up 2,000 hits, playing primarily a catcher over 15 seasons. This is the kind of player that a few years ago might have been ignored by the writers, might have been overlooked. But now, with modern analytical data, modern analysis, and the changing role of catchers in MLB, Mauer gets recognized. He gets what he deserved, which is a gift. And hopefully more players like the guys Ken mentioned, the Wagners, the Sheffields, the Utleys, will achieve the same recognition. So all is not lost for the power of the writers to enshrine the right players in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Also, I got to add that me and Isaac's conversation, I think, sheds light on how fucked up this voting system is. Like, it's not great. And I don't know if guys should... Do you think Joe Mauer is a Hall of Famer? Like, deservedly?
Yes, I do. I do think he is.
Honestly, to be honest with you, I have no idea, because there's no scale. It's all about personal opinion, and that's what should be changed, right? It's all just whatever some beat writer is feeling. But then there's the case of there's 300 of them, and there's a percentage. I get it, but like there should be like standardized things you have to hit, and then there should be outside factors like intangibles. I'm sorry, like there should be. You start with
this is just.
Like
it's
these
just so
guys,
ambiguous to have benchmarks.
But these writers are
because every player
ballots with no names on it. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
it's pretty.
No, that's obnoxious. That's obnoxious. Yeah.
Or like,
so you think it should be held like you think it should be held in a legislative chamber? Everybody announces their vote, goes yay or nay. Like
I think if you want to do percentages, it's got to be more than 300 something votes.
It should be more. It should definitely be more. It should be at least 1,000 people voting. This tiny number is ridiculous.
75% of 300 something votes. Like that's.
Well, what's ridiculous is that current and former players aren't voting on this. The fact that current managers and players, front office staff, and former players don't vote is ridiculous. The way it should operate is that there should be an academy of baseball, an academy of baseball figures, like there is an Academy of Motion Pictures, and they should be the ones. Should be well over 1,000 people. They should be the ones who get to vote on the Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, the writers have seized and conquered Cooperstown as their private monopoly world. But this will change. This is not going to last forever. I'm confident that in the future, the system will be overhauled. There will be a more just world in which the people who play the game. I
don't think so. That's a tough.
When I'm commissioner, it will change.
All right, let's vote all in.
All right. So that was fun.
That was fun, but I don't want the people to. For the people out there, I don't want people to think I was defending A-Rod. I was just saying he needs to be in the Hall of Fame to tell the story. Like, he should still be vilified.
I mean, you can tell the story anywhere you want. To be honest, it doesn't have to be in the Hall. But anyway, that's the last thing I'll say. Okay. Let's just end it there. All right. Anyone got anything else? I think this was a nice little quick argument update talking about the gym. Oh, Ollie's pants. Want to end with something about Ollie's pants? Can you tell the viewers what color they are, style? Just give us a little breakdown. They're new. Okay.
They're gray slim fit sweatpants made for sportswear. Basically, they're actually very nice. I'll show them to you.
Oh, your fits in that post you made about your recent show was actually kind of fire.
Thank you.
I realize now that I did not need a crotch shot to end the episode. So on that note, guys, if you're this far into the video, we appreciate it. If you want, give us a little tickle of the like button there. Maybe a little subscribe if you feel like it. And yeah, boys,
something right now. Crotch shot, tickle. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very late. I need to go to bed. All right. Anything else, guys?
It's all from me.
All right. We'll see you next time.